I wonder if you're gonna be able to come back tomorrow.
So it's 5:20 p.m. here in Brooklyn, New York, and I'm sure most of you have already heard that 2 police officers at Myrtle and Tompkins were just shot in, as people are referring to it, execution style. I live here. This is literally my street. I am in front of my house. This is the corner where I buy my bread. And I was just relaxing, and helicopter was flying over my apartment, and it looked like an EMS helicopter. It didn't seem like a police helicopter, but it seemed really weird to me. So I knew something was happening right away. I was just looking around, and I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear any noises. I didn't hear any sirens. I was just sitting in my room, and it seemed like someone might have been, being airlifted out. I don't know what the circumstances were. What's that? I live right here.
You gotta go this way. You can't go this way.
Why can't I go this way?
Because it's a crime scene.
I'm actually pressed too. I have a press card.
Okay, you gotta go this way.
Well, then I'll just go to my house.
Cool.
All right. We'll try something else. So the police just kicked me off my own street because it's a crime scene. They were actually telling me to leave, basically. I was actually standing in front of my apartment. Okay, so I'm back outside. I'm on my roof. I was just standing in front of my apartment when 3 officers told me that I couldn't go this way. So all these vehicles in the street that are double parked, these are police vehicles. They look like they're obviously unmarked, tinted windows. Police tape, it has my street closed off. This is surreal. I can't believe this is happening. This is just, for those that are watching, that are just tuning in right now, I live on the block where the police were just killed. In fact, just straight ahead is, just around the corner from where the police were shot. My friends live there. It's where we sit around and play video games. So you can see we got the helicopters flying overhead. Now this helicopter's flying pretty low, but earlier today, maybe an hour or so ago, right around the time of the shooting, actually this looks like the same helicopter, so I think it's no, take that back, it's a different helicopter. It looked like the helicopter I saw earlier today flying over my apartment and the units in front of me was like EMS or some kind of, it didn't seem like an NYPD helicopter. I think it had some yellow on it. It was flying low I probably could have climbed up onto this thing right on my roof and grabbed it. It seriously was flying that low. I looked out my window and it was kind of like, hey, whoa, something's happening. And straight across the street, that's where the helicopter went, straight this way. That's where I thought, I assumed somebody must have been seriously hurt and they need to fly somebody out or do something. really didn't think they'd be able to land a helicopter anywhere over here. So it was kind of weird seeing what looked like it wasn't a NYPD helicopter, more like EMS flying low though. So the police aren't letting me walk around on my own street. And it looks like you can see those two officers there. They're actually patrolling the street. It's a crime scene. So apparently they weren't interested in my press card either. There's a lot of chatter on Twitter. A lot of people are saying, this is somehow tied to all the protests. What we're hearing is that somebody went up to the officer's car and shot them both in the head. People are referring it to as execution style. And then we're hearing that the suspect may have shot himself. But I'm just curious as to why, if that's the case, if that's what, is what happened, that's the official story, I'm curious as to why they've got the helicopters doing, like perimeter. I understand the police tape. I understand all the vehicles over here. They've got a crime scene and they're investigating. But this is just, I don't know, it's just surreal. You can see these cars straight in here, police vehicles. I can see the NYPD emblem in the windshield. At first when I got a text from a friend saying, "Hey, do you live near the shooting?" And I was like, "Yeah, actually, I think so, because I just saw that helicopter fly overhead." And then I looked out my window and saw the crime scene being set up, and I was just like, "Oh, I actually live on this block." Man, this is... So I don't think I can get anywhere down there. But we'll see what we can do. So the feed might cut out as I make my way back down the stairs, but I'm gonna try and actually I've never actually been on my roof. And I don't want to draw any parallels, say that this is any way related to the protests we've been seeing, the anti-police brutality and police accountability protests. It's I'm sure a lot of people are going to speculate, and if you guys are watching and you're going to draw those connections, but it's nothing we can actually say definitively with fact. We really don't know what happened right now, but I just want to see if we can see anything. But these protests are still happening. It's all right, so it looks like we got the police helping some people with their laundry and groceries to their car. Better view this way, we can see straight down the street. Still, it's really difficult to make everything out. So this street right here is Myrtle, for all of you who are wondering where I live because you want to come over and bring me oranges or whatever. It's between Myrtle, Nostrand to my left, and just straight down this way is Tompkins. And that's where the officers were killed or shot. So it looks like the people who are going through here have an escort. I'm wondering... Alright, I got an idea. got to put my case on. I want to clip the camera to my bag so that I can just I can walk without carrying the. So for those of you just tuning in right now, I'm putting the case on my phone. I'm going to try and go back out there and see if I can see anything. I just was up on my roof for a little bit. But, you know, other than a police perimeter and a crime scene, there's not much going on this side. So I'm going to just get this clip set up. Yep.
What's up, man?
Press.
You got it. You got to fall back that way. Right now it's a crime scene.
Press.
I understand. Right now it's a crime scene. You got to fall back that way. I'm sorry.
I can't film any of this?
Can't film any of this.
Is there a way I can go around and film something?
Go to
If
Flushing.
you- Yeah,
Go
go
around.
around Flushing Avenue.
How can I get around, like, it's like a pretty big... Is there a way to walk
Take
through?
Nostrand up, go to Flushing, and go that way.
All right, cool.
All right.
Thanks. So the corner that I was just on isn't the actual scene. It's actually quite a bit further, but, you know, if they're not gonna...
leaders are definitely needed, but so many things can happen through grassroots.
All right, again, for those that are tuning in, I am here at Myrtle, the scene of where 2 officers were just killed. So it's an active crime scene, and a lot of the ways through to actually film have been closed off. But I actually live on this block, which is kind of crazy. I live on the street that's been closed off, about a block away from where the shooting happened. And I tried to go down to Marcy Avenue, but the police aren't letting anybody through, even with a press card. So I'm going to walk through the park here and see if I can go around the other way, but give you guys a little journalism, well, not really journalism lesson, but this is something that's come up in several different instances in which I've been trying to cover things. Even with a press card, the police, they're not going to let you in, so it's almost pointless to. It's just, it's really, I don't know. The area the police aren't letting me through isn't the scene. That's all closed. They're not letting anybody through. Yeah. But to make sure I can get home, I just have a piece of mail with me so that I can prove that I live here. All right, well, it's 5:38 p.m. If you're just tuning in right now, you can find me on Twitter at Timcast, Timcast. Instagram, Vine, all the good social networks at Timcast. If you want to follow what's happening here, make sure to check out Fusion.net as well. We've got a bunch of great stories, and we'll have some more context as to what's going on here when we find out. All right, so it looks like walking through the housing units and park will get me around.
Stockton.
They in every place I've been to, when they're sort of closing things off unofficially, officially, like tape versus an actual blockade, they never seem to actually seal these things off completely. You can just walk through this park here and come out on the other side. So, all right, so here we are at Stockton and Marcy. Myrtle is just about a half block straight ahead, but you can see we've got the police tape all set up. Sawhorse, a couple officers. And it looks like most of the foot traffic is actually going through Stockton. So, well, for the sake of not holding a weird black object in the direction of the police, I'll just strap it to my chest. And you can see that we've got this whole area blocked off. Now, straight ahead, this next block is Tompkins. And then just about maybe 50 to 100 feet to the right is where the incident took place. So, I actually used to live right here. For everybody who's watching who now knows where I live. It's kind of weird when you're, a conflict, crisis, and, a reporter, and I travel to the farthest reaches of the earth to, experience and share the story of, what's happening on the ground at a lot of these places, to get a text message while sitting in my room and just like, hey, it's happening outside of your house. It's kind of surreal. And, someone was tweeting at me saying that, they didn't think that I'd go out for this one, but I live here. This is where I live. So, all right, so someone just said you can't go through. That's to be expected. Looks like Tompkins is divided on each side with police tape. The camera might be a little shakier than normal. For those that are watching, I apologize. I don't want to walk around with the hard-to-see black object pointed in the direction of police who are on edge after, what happened. So I've got it strapped to my chest, GoPro style. But, at least I can get you guys a window into what's happening here on the ground. We'll see how far I can get. What's up? I'm just going to the corner to see what's up.
You can't get through, huh?
Yeah. Can't get through, all right? Now, here's the interesting thing, because it looks like some people are already through. Whoa. So we got what looks like SWAT. I can see an officer with an assault rifle. They're wearing pretty heavy body armor and helmets. We've got a group of officers just here to my, just straight in front of me. Now, it looks like there's a lot of people who are just... Nope, never mind. I guess those are all cops. Looks like there's a few people who aren't police on this corner, but... For the most part, it looks like we got just a bunch of cops. There's a patrol car just behind me. They said I couldn't get through. So... There's no clear way around. Short of using ninjutsu and climbing over buildings. So this is Stockton and Tompkins in Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy area. And these floodlights are always here, actually. This is normal. The only thing that's not normal is the massive police presence. And actually, I take that back entirely. So, just a bit of context for those that are just hearing about this or, learning about what's, how this neighborhood's like. There's always police on the street corners. These floodlights are always here. Sometimes there's like 4 or 6 officers that are just on this corner to Myrtle. And it's not uncommon to see officers walking up and down the streets over in this neighborhood. And it's
pull this back. See
Pull.
if that'll snap.
Pull it back.
Pull it all the way you can.
That's as far as it goes, man.
Okay. Do this one here if you don't mind. Thanks.
No, that's
Okay.
it.
All right, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. So, beyond what we're seeing here, I've lived over here for just over 6-7 months, and we hear gunshots pretty often. So, earlier today when I'm in my, my room, I didn't even think anything of the, noises until I saw the low-flying helicopter. So, give you guys a quick recap for those that may just be tuning in. I'm Tim Pool here, reporting on the ground in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. 2 police officers were shot and killed. And we're hearing that the suspect shot and killed himself as well. So, I'm here on the ground, and my access to social media is obstructed by the running the live stream. So if there's any updated information you guys might have, but this is my neighborhood. I live here, and I walked outside my front door, and sure enough, the whole place is a crime scene and it's shut down. So the police have stopped me from getting around on Myrtle, but I live on Myrtle, and I had to go through a park to actually get out because they keep telling me to go a different direction, which is actually, if I were to go, it would take me half mile around, which is just. But this is Bed-Stuy. This is Stockton and Tompkins. We are 1 block north of Myrtle and Tompkins, where the shooting took place. If you guys are just tuning in, make sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Vine at Timcast, TIMCAST. Check out Fusion.net as well. We're going to have some more context as to what's going on here. This is I see my photographer buddies across the street right now, actually. Man. So, again, I was just saying a few minutes ago, I've traveled to the far reaches of the earth to cover, conflict and things like this. Brazil, Egypt, Ukraine, Turkey, Venezuela. And it's kind of surreal to get the text message to step outside my front door and be in it. No matter where I go, I seem to be covering the story. But again, for those watching, it's hard to really know if anything is happening just by looking at it on the ground. Hopefully getting you guys a window into what's happening is useful as much as you guys need it to be. So. They both died, right? Yeah. All right, so. Someone was attacked in the subway?
Was it someone shot in the subway?
No, I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, they were saying before I came out here that the suspect shot himself.
Right.
Yeah.
It was in the subway too.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys can make that out. We've got an officer with assault rifle, body armor. Press card's not getting me into this one. All right, I'm gonna loop around and see if I can go 1 more block north, if I can get past Tompkins to the other side. My buddies live right around the corner. So actually, here we go. We've got NYPD staging in this school right here. I don't want to point the camera at them, but if you guys can make out just in this window straight ahead, I don't know if you can see it. This is a school. I lived next to it for a short period of time, for a couple months. Playground is right here, and it looks like the NYPD is using it for a meeting of some sort. So there's a bunch of officers in the window that I could see. But again, you know, my camera case is it's a large black rectangle, so I'm trying not to hold my hands up and point in any direction considering the circumstances. So I've got it just strapped to my chest, which makes it a little bumpy, so I apologize, but it is safety and security, safety first. Never would have thought that I'd be walking out of my apartment a block away to go film, you know, this crazy story. So just straight ahead is Marcy. To the left, if I make a left here, Marcy, it goes to Myrtle. And Myrtle's all blocked off. It's entirely closed, even straight through so between Nostrand and Tompkins. Actually, I'm sure it actually extends beyond Tompkins as well. If you know, Tompkins is 2 blocks from Nostrand, so I'm just over 1 block away from where the incident happened. Try and see how far the crime scene extends to, and then you know, if I can get close enough, try and talk to some people, see if anyone saw anything. There's actually a small pizza restaurant on the corner of Myrtle and Tompkins, which I'm sure is closed and impossible to get into right now. So what I'll do is I'm gonna come around, see if I can, you know, see anything on Tompkins. If I can cross the street here, we'll be able to get a view into Myrtle and Tompkins on the intersection. But short of that, you know, once I get through, I'm gonna take the stream down and answer any questions you all might have. So shoot me a tweet at Timcast, and you know, I'm gonna start canvassing and asking some people if they know what's up, if they've seen anything, and depending on what I actually can kind of access I can get through here. But yeah, so if you have any questions or if there's anything you're wondering, if there's anything I can tell you, again, this is my neighborhood, this is where I live. I live on Myrtle, about a block away from where it happened. For those that are just tuning in, quick recap, 2 officers were in their patrol car when someone ambushed them. They were both shot and killed. Another journalist just said to me, DOA. I think it was one officer killed, the other was critically injured, but they both died. And I also heard that the suspect was shot himself. So, you know, it's all happening now. It's hard to verify. It's hard to know exactly what's going on, but it looks like I will be able to cross Tompkins here. So again, you know, I live here, and you know, over the past about 7 months that I've lived here, there's been gunshots, there's loud, scary noises, but that's Brooklyn, you know, or I should say that's Bed-Stuy, I guess. You know, these things happen. I saw some of my friends, journalists, who were over here in the other complex. So these floodlights are always here. I mentioned that just a little while ago, but the floodlights are a completely normal thing. In fact, the police are a completely normal thing here as well. There's always like 2, 4, or 6 officers lining the street from Park down to Myrtle, and even a little bit more. There's just cops everywhere in this area. So these floodlights are not a new thing. This is it's just, it's hard to know what to assume and to expect. You know, a lot of people are shooting tweets tying this to the protests, and you know, we obviously can't definitively say that, you know, the incident that occurred was in any way related. But people are drawing those conclusions. I would say it's way too early for that. We have no idea what the circumstances were. You know, for those that are tweeting at me saying those things, I think it's just, you know, we don't know enough. And these situations are always really difficult because, you know, short of finding some witnesses, it's going to be hard to tell exactly what happened. I think, you know, even with the investigation, it just comes down to, were there any witnesses or cameras? So again, these floodlights always here. You can see all the journalists. So it's straight ahead, that's Myrtle. I don't know if you can make that out. We've got a mobile command set up. Just right here. In the subway?
As he was shooting at the cops,
Did you hear anything about why he did it? Did you hear anything about why the guy did it?
I left the police retaliate everything.
Yeah, because it was crazy. I'm coming home, like, I had to get off the train on Bedford Nose train. They
They got the
said,
whole Mohawk shut down too.
they shut
What's all shut down?
everything.
What's shut down?
Mohawk.
I had to walk through Marcy
Wow.
just to get on this side.
They got it boxed.
Yeah, we boxed in.
I
That's
live
what
on
I'm saying.
Myrtle, and they told me to go home. I live on Myrtle. They're like, you have to leave, and I'm like, I live here, like, then
Yeah,
go
I see
home or
people
go in your
trying to
house.
get to their fucking cars.
Yeah.
No.
But you know, outside of this, the police are escorting people to their cars and to their apartments. But it's kind of a bummer if you're like just trying to cross the street because they're not
They all
going to.
going to school.
Yeah. So, as we saw earlier, the police are staging in this school, and looks like a whole bunch of them are actually going in. We've got hundreds of officers, and a lot of them look like they're wearing normal clothes. They're wearing like sports jackets and business attire, so they look like they're higher ranking than normal. A lot of suits and ties at this crime scene from the police. You know, I've only seen 2 officers in tactical gear with assault rifles, so I'm gonna see if I can come around and get a little bit better angle of. So when I first heard about this, I just thought, oh yeah, it's, you know, like 3 or 4 blocks away. I heard the helicopters. And then when I looked out my window and saw the entire, you know, all of the police occupying my street, I was like, oh, it's in front of my house actually. So just a local here just said that he, you know, when I asked him if he heard anything about why he thought the guy did it, he said probably tied to the police brutality protests. But, you know, again, it's easy to make that connection. We really don't know. You know, these cops are here all the time on these corners.
Oh, that's fucked up. He said, but I like what you said, though. I said, what did I say? Who was from here? Who was from upstate?
Well, I'm pretty sure I found all the journalists. So this is it. This is Tompkins and Myrtle. Just had to go a couple blocks to get around it to, you know, block away from where I live. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up?
I live right there.
No shit. You shouldn't have come out of your place then. You had a better view.
No. I live. I'm on the other side of Marcy. Yep. But I just brought this with me just in case.
Mind if I'm your roommate?
What's up?
Can I be your roommate?
Oh yeah. You wanna? How's your lens?
It's 7200.
I've got- You can't really see anything though. I mean, it might be cool to get a shot from higher up on the 4th floor. So there's another officer in tactical, 2 more tactical officers. That's 4 I've seen so far. So this deli grill right here, if you guys can make that out, the one just on the corner, that's our deli. My friends swear by it. They know all the people who work there. They go in for their cookies and candies when, you know, hanging out. Looks like we've got cleanup crew. Or actually, I don't know. They're wearing white suits, probably for preventing contamination or cleaning up. I really don't know, but you guys can see straight ahead. We've got what looks like four men in you know, white pants and white hoodie. They're wearing. Oh, okay, we got 2 more. So it looks like that's might be investigators. They've got cameras set up. So the suits are probably to prevent contamination, but they've got a camera pointed right now and they're taking pictures. So what someone nearby said, they heard that
It's actually closed over here. What are you trying to do?
they heard the guy shot himself in the subway as he was running. I was on the other side of that street when you were on Tompkins.
Yeah.
I was on the other side. I saw you walk up.
I may take you up if you're heading back that way.
On
What's up?
yeah. If you want to try and
Not now. I'm like trying to go
I mean, my block is all closed off.
through. But you're living there.
Yeah. When I walked out of my apartment, a couple cops were like, "You can't go this, you gotta leave." And I'm like, "I live here." And they're like, "Well, then go that way or go home." I'm like, "All right, let's go home then." Went on my roof for a little bit, but
No view. I suppose you can go through it from.
I have a balcony that you can see straight down the street.
But it's like a block away.
Yeah. It's still in the, you know, Tompkins right here, down to Nostrand is a crime scene. So my house, my apartment's in the police area. And I've tried using my press card to... First I tried I live here, that didn't work. I have this.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You need to get yourself a DCPI.
Yeah, but they don't care anyway.
I mean, for something like this, it can work out if DCPI comes out here. Sometimes they'll do a walkthrough. It's not often, but it happens.
I think...
Once we move from here, though, we're not going to get a better spot. I've been looking around.
Oh no, yeah. I walked on the
I
whole thing.
actually tried like getting in there. The front door over there is locked in.
I mean, we just asked somebody. They all live here.
I tried.
Oh,
Doesn't
really?
matter.
So have you heard anything? Is there any new information? I've been streaming for 45 minutes, so I've been locked out of Twitter.
Are you streaming now?
Yeah. I'd feel like, I have to do it. I walked out my front door and I'm like,
No, that's
I gotta
fine.
film. I gotta,
That's fine.
I
I know he was bragging about on Twitter or Instagram rather.
Who was?
The shooter.
Whoa. Did he say what? Was there any?
I haven't really taken a look yet. Damn, I can't feel my fingers.
There's just I'm sure you've heard the same thing, but people have been tweeting at me that they think it's related to the protests. Someone over here said it's probably because of the protests. I don't.
Right.
Yeah, but my opinion is that we really don't know. Like this area's got police in it all the time.
This is the screenshot. Oh yeah, it looks like it is.
Holy whoa!
Yeah.
Can you text me that? Is that on Instagram? That's a screenshot.
It's a screenshot. I'm sure it's down by now.
Yeah, seriously. So, for those that are watching or listening, apparently there was an Instagram post showing a gun that, I mean, from just looking at it, I can't say it has anything to do with this, but what I'm hearing is that the shooter was bragging about coming out to kill these cops and using hashtags like Mike Brown, etc. It said they take one of ours, we take two of theirs. Or it said, what did it say? They take two of ours, we take one.
One of ours will take two of theirs.
Yeah.
This is my game.
Shitty shots.
It's just, what the craziest thing to me is that it's like the third time I've said it for everyone who's listening, but I've traveled halfway around I've literally traveled around the world covering, these conflict crisis and, high tensity political situations. And then it happens right outside of my apartment.
This is New York, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Surprised it doesn't happen more.
You want to go around and see what you can get from? I'm gonna head back over.
You're heading back to your place?
Yeah.
Can you give me 5 minutes?
Yeah.
And I'll go with. Because this scene is pretty much.
Yeah. So again, it's 6:08 p.m. For those that are tuning in, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Vine at Timcast, TIMCAST. This video on YouTube, but make sure to go to fusion.net. We'll have write-ups about what happened here and some better context. I have friends who live here. I'm going to try and get in touch with them and see if they heard or saw anything. Like I said, this deli right here, just across the street, on the corner of the crime scene, that's our deli. That's where we make our sandwiches. It's where we buy our Coke when we're playing video games. Coca-Cola.
It's like a scene that might be getting
So
down a little.
Yeah, the police are actually escorting people through.
Really?
If you've got your car parked there or you live there, they'll escort you to your apartment.
Alright.
Well, we're gonna have to go through the playground. All right. So for those that are watching, I'm gonna wrap it up for here. But I will be posting some videos to Vine. I'll be posting some photos to Instagram. It looks like we've got crime scene investigators walking around with flashlights, wearing these white jumpsuits, looking for things. They've got cameras, and I think they've got I don't know what it's called, but it's I used them once when I was little. They're like lasers that can tell the distance they're using to measure. Rangefinders?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really obvious name for them. So rangefinders they've got set up. Looks like some of them are they're walking around with cameras on tripods and monopods, and they're filming, taking measurements. So it's really interesting. It's hard to know what happened. We're hearing a lot of speculation, but these things always change. Right now this has just been a few minutes, but I'm gonna wrap up here. Again, you can find me across social media: Instagram, Twitter, Vine @TimCast. Make sure to follow me there. I'll be posting updates. I'll stick around here and keep sending feeds up. And make sure to check out Fusion.net for more context, other stories. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
The Daily News or somebody has said has been up here
Up top?
in this building.
Well, they got the
They had an
police up
overload.
there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alright, let's go get this.
But the other side is a much better picture than this. You can't see the car really, but
Their car's still
Yeah.
there.
Which other side?
Where's
That
the?
corner over there?
yeah.
They blocked it off.
Well, not when I came here.
Yeah, you want to give it?
Yeah.